on ceasefire for 60 days. Vice President Vance tells reporters Iran wants a deal.
And they want to open the Straits of Hormuz. We want them to open the Straits of Hormuz. There are a couple of issues on the nuclear stuff, the highly enriched stockpile, and also the question of enrichment.
Fox's Jeff Paul reports from Dubai.
This feels like this is the closest we have been to seeing the U.S. and Iran agree to a deal since the start of the war. But in another sense, we've sort of been here before where a deal feels imminent and then nothing happens. And complicating matters this time, this recent back and forth between the U.S. and Iran.
Referencing U.S. military shooting down Iran drones that targeted a commercial ship and attacking boats laying mines in Iran, targeting a U.S. base in Kuwait. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky is warning that Russia is preparing another major attack. Hours after a Russian drone fired at Ukraine crossed into Romania, hitting an apartment building, causing a fire that left 2 people injured. Romania, in response, is asking NATO for more anti-drone weaponry. A massive fireball lit up Cape Canaveral in Florida last night.
The Blue Origin rocket exploding during a test of its engines. A static fire engine test is when the rocket's engines are ignited and they run at full thrust, but the vehicle is unable to go anywhere during the test. The rocket was uncrewed, and thankfully no one on the ground nearby was hurt.
That's Fox's Marianne Rafferty. Blue Origin CEO Jeff Bezos says they don't know yet what went wrong, but will rebuild. A California 8th grader, W-O-N, the Scripps National Spelling Bee.
Chikungunya.
CHIKUNGUNYA.
Bromocriptine.
BROMOCRIPTINE.
Kashaw.
CUSHAW.
14-year-old Shrey Parikh correctly spelled 32 words in 90 seconds in a final round spell-off, 7 more than the runner-up. America's listening to Fox News.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. Stop paying the big guys twice what you need to. Dial pound 250, say my name. That's pound 250 micro to switch to Pure Talk, where the savings are truly unlimited.
The head of the World Health Organization has gone to Congo, the epicenter of an Ebola outbreak, as more badly needed medical equipment arrived sent by the European Union. There are just over 1,000 suspected Ebola cases and more than 200 deaths. Meanwhile, a court in Kenya has blocked a U.S. plan to set up a quarantine facility in that country for any U.S. citizens exposed to Ebola in Africa. But Kenyans are worried about the virus being brought there.
The facility's meant for Americans who are still asymptomatic of the potentially deadly disease. It'll also be equipped to provide advanced care for U.S. citizens who develop symptoms until they can be evacuated. Those who are evacuated won't be going back to the States. Instead, the official says they'll be sent to third countries because it's faster. Meanwhile, Secretary of State Marco Rubio has said we cannot and will not allow any cases of Ebola to enter the United States. Jill Nato, Fox News.
Also in Kenya, 8 female students have been arrested, suspected of arson in yesterday's fire at a girls' boarding school that killed 16 children, injured 79 others. In Dallas, Texas, they're searching for any more victims of an apartment building explosion.
We responded to a gas leak, reported gas leak. Our first responders, while they were en route to that gas leak, a subsequent explosion occurred.
Dallas Fire and Rescue Deputy Chief Mark Berry, at least 3 people were killed, 5 others injured. On Wall Street, could be another record day. Stock futures are rising the morning after the Dow and the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 closed at all-time highs. In the NBA playoffs, the Spurs force a Game 7. Victor Wembanyama scored 28 points to lead San Antonio past Oklahoma City 118-91 on NBC. The Spurs and defending champion Thunder play one more time tomorrow. The winner will face the New York Knicks in the NBA Finals. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news Well, road crew member who was hit and killed by a car on I-74 in Champaign being identified as the former chief of Tilton Police. Stephen Cornett died following the incident on I-74 near mile marker 180. Police investigating. Cornett served with the Tilton Police Department from 1984 to 2017. Senator Dick Durbin saying goodbye in Springfield ahead of his retirement. Illinois Democrat gave his farewell address to state lawmakers at the Illinois Capitol. He said he's still committed to the DREAM Act. He introduced the measure which would provide a legal path to citizenship for people who were brought to the U.S. as children. Illinois House passing a sweeping auto insurance reform plan aimed at tightening consumer protections. Bill would bar insurers from raising premiums by more than 10% without giving drivers a 30-day advance notice before renewal. It also directs the Illinois Department of Insurance to ensure rates are not excessive. And that's a look at what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, thank you, Jim Miller, and good morning, friends. 7:06. ESPN 93.5. It's Friday.
Yes, the 29th.
Yeah. So next time we talk, we'll be in June.
That's right.
Okay. Making sure the calendar is marked correctly.
Uh-huh.
And, yeah, you're looking around right now. It's a gorgeous morning.
Yes, it is.
Feeling a little like summer-like.
Urbana's Market at the Square tomorrow morning. Heritage Days going on in Farmer City. We got the Wine Walk with Champaign Center Partnership. It looks like it's going to be a terrific weekend.
Yep, weather looks nice. It's going to be dry. That's what you say, sir. I mean, dry.
Yeah, and the pools are open.
Yes.
Yeah, smidgen cool for some, but the pools are open, right, Diane?
Absolutely.
And everybody's winding down school. You got softball sectionals, baseball regionals. You still got high school sports going on.
You do have that. The library programs are doing their summer reading programs. A lot of those are kicking off tomorrow.
Yeah. So, it also means we're a little over 2 months from Illinois football.
Yeah.
Reporting, getting the fall in their scope. So, no,
And
it's fast.
35, 40 days from now, I don't know what, the days start getting shorter.
Oh, my gosh. No.
You had to go there, Greg. Thanks a lot.
I was just
Never mind.
enjoying the daylight,
Never mind.
man. I'm driving to work in the light, man. Yeah.
It happens too fast lately, everything.
The world spins faster.
Yeah, it seems like it.
It's
yeah.
unbelievable. We're going into our 6th month, man. All right, let's get it going. Weather this morning with our meteorologist, Greg Solier. That's being brought to you by Carl.
All right. Carl wants to remind you the 6 signs of stroke. As you remember, be fast, balance lost, eyes blurred, face drooping, arms weak, speech slurred, and terrible headache. If you experience these symptoms, call 911 or learn more at carl.org/stroke.
Okay, sir. The weekend looks like what from your vantage point?
Comfortable, pleasant, late May, early June weather, humidity in check, a little more in the way of some cloudiness from time to time with this boundary that's set up in this Omega Greek letter weather pattern, low pressure systems, all that kind of stuff spinning their way through the plain states into the areas of the Canadian Rockies, snow there, higher peaks, rain along this dividing line of pleasant weather here, heat in 3 areas of West Texas, they've been up past 100, but the rains will continue on. Nebraska, parts of Iowa, southwest Iowa, Missouri, down into Arkansas, flood watches there, maybe cutting across the areas south of I-70 in the next couple of 2 or 3 days. Nothing going on here and north in just about any direction until maybe next weekend. And we do have some expanding dryness, kind of droughty concerns building across the northern end of the state, northwest Indiana, southern Wisconsin now on yesterday's drought monitor, a little dry around the edges in some areas here, especially where you missed out on some of the more significant rain south of Champaign earlier on in the weekend. It's probably a week to 10 days before something begins, maybe pops up, and I think we're going to be probably very dry month of June here across the area. In any event, for the day today, enjoy the sunshine, the gentle northeasterly breeze, the humidity value is nice and comfortable. We are at 62 at Willard and Savoy, 82 later on this afternoon, increasing clouds tonight, 57. Some passing high mid-level clouds over the weekend, particularly tomorrow, partly sunny and 77, back down to the 50s tomorrow night, mostly sunny on Sunday at 78 with a northeast wind. No rain through the work week next week. Probably iffy chances maybe next weekend. We'll see what happens. Highs to 79 on Monday, then lower 80s Tuesday through Friday. Pleasant overnight lows continue on. Humidity in check with nights in the 50s. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Hey, we're getting off and running here Friday. I'm glad you're listening. You're always welcome on the Fisher National Bank text line 217-359-2255. Front page of the News Gazette today. Brace yourself. Ameren, Illinois customers Just like this time last year, Central Illinoisans are in for another summer of sticker shock. Starting Monday when 4 months worth of rate hikes take effect.
Okay.
Anyway, we've kind of noticed that. But if it's up whatever it is, 11%. Unfortunately, American for power is going to go up. It's going to be 29% higher than what it is right now. It is 11.3 cents per kilowatt hour. That's 29% higher. So if you have a $300 power bill, it might be $390.
Yikes.
It's just going to be more. That's all you wanted to hear this morning, correct?
Thanks for the good news.
You bet you.
Friday.
You betcha. I mean, we might have some sort of an agreement in Iran for another 60 days of ceasefire so they can stall. The bottom line is time will tell. History will write it, hopefully fairly. We'll see. Have we helped maybe by at least setting him back from getting a nuclear anything? Because I have no doubt that if Iran had something like that, it would be terrorizing. And then, they want to eliminate Israel and eventually us. Anyway, so happy Friday. It's good to have you on here. So we'll see if the gas prices correspond with the price of the barrel. Why don't you type in price of the oil barrel?
Just gotten up. Our total household power bill is expected to jump by between 18 and 29%, translating to $40 to more than $100 per month, depending on your home's usage. So
yeah. You might want to change your filter. I learned that the hard way one day.
Okay, to have better efficiency. And I think if you go to the Ameren site, they do have some tips on energy efficiency.
Well, you just run it up. You don't make it 68 anymore. You don't make it 75 in your house in the winter. You just have to wear a sweater.
Right.
It's go in layers. I had a $900 power bill once. Normally it's $300, $400, $500 maybe.
Okay.
Maybe my last one was $269.
Okay.
But $900 because nobody changed my filter.
I see.
And it wasn't my fault. Who thought they came with filters?
Right.
So the air couldn't get through.
Right. It was like a sheet of cardboard.
Yeah, exactly. So I wasn't proud of that. But I was wondering about it, and then we fixed that, and by golly, it went down 2/3. Yeah, so you got that. That's just part of the deal. And the gas price is $4.85 is what I saw this morning.
Okay.
But
well,
again,
that's a little
hey,
better.
Listen, I've gone to this. We've been here before.
I know it.
We were here 4 years ago. It's the same thing. You just fill up when you're half empty.
The global crude oil prices for June 2026 are forecasted to be between $95 and $106 per barrel.
Well, then it's refinery and get it here. And we're pretty self-sufficient in America. It seems to be a worldwide global market. So, all right. So some of the things out of the gate this morning. Also, Joe Biden getting a lot of pushback.
Yes.
If you haven't seen that, then you're watching the wrong channel.
I did see a snippet. I think that interview is coming up this weekend.
Well, she's selling a book. She got a big advance. She has to come up with something. But to suggest you thought your husband was having a stroke on television during the debate. Think about that. The love of your life, you think is having a stroke. Wouldn't you? There's medical guys all over the president.
Right.
He was President Biden at the time. You have him checked out before you go to the Waffle House, don't you? You go straight to the Waffle House.
Oh, wow.
You got to check him out. Did he have a stroke? A mini
Right.
stroke? Because it was.
And isn't she in the medical field?
No,
So
she's not. She
wouldn't-
wants to be called doctor. She's a PhD in education. She has nothing to do with your
All
pulse.
right. Well, thank you for that, because I would have I just mentioned the symptoms of stroke.
Listen,
So-
PhDs are awesome, and you should be called doctor. It's a big accomplishment. But she knows nothing about the medical field. That's not her area.
But she said she had never seen him in that state
Okay,
before, so
okay,
that's why
all
when
right.
she was publicly praising Joe Biden immediately after the debate.
Right. You answered all the questions right. It was like a kindergartner. And then they say, what did Trump do? Lied.
It didn't seem like being terrified.
No,
Is
if
she
you thought
answered.
that because you can have many strokes and kind of keep
Yes.
going. So you needed to do some medical something. I'll get Johnny's intake here in just a moment.
Okay.
Check your sports headlines at 7:15.
Okay, Mike's chiming in at 359-2255 out of Muhammad saying, we have solar, so no power bills forever.
Well, they're the ones that got the thing on the roof.
Uh-huh.
Well, good going. You got all kinds of credits and stuff. It was still tens of thousands of dollars to do that. But over time, there's no question your bills might be 11 cents or something.
Rina Petra is the new 6-foot guard coming our way. Barcelona, Spain through New Jersey. So Coach Shauna Green has locked in yet another person. Illinois volleyball with the regular season. That has been released in case you want to start planning that. Looks like we'll have Cincinnati on August 28th to get out of the gate. We were just talking about how fast the summer is going to go by. Here we are just starting it up. And the Cubs will face the Athletics Tuesday on June 2nd, and that's Illini night. So Brett Bielema will be doing that 7th inning stretch. If you want to see how his singing skills are on Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Awesome.
We also have the Cubs-Cardinals schedule coming up. The Cardinals were off yesterday. The Cubs are coming off a win, 7-2 over Pittsburgh yesterday. Here's your Redbird Recap.
The Redbird Recap is sponsored by Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. Heal your home with Helitech.
After an off day yesterday, the Cardinals are back at it tonight. They are at home, opening up a big 9-game homestand. First up, a 3-game series against the Cubs. They'll also see the Texas Rangers and Cincinnati Reds before this homestand comes to an end. It's the first series this year between the Cardinals and Cubs, who are right next to each other in the standings. The Cubs are the second-place team in the NL Central, but the Cardinals are just a half game back of Chicago. Milwaukee, who just swept the Cardinals, are the first-place team in the division. Andre Pallante on the mound tonight. He's 5-4, a 3.76 ERA, 0-4 with a 4.40 ERA against the Cubs, so he's looking for his first career win against Chicago. Shota Imanaga is set to make the start for the Cubs. He's 4-5, a 4.04 ERA, 2-1 all-time against St. Louis. 6:15 first pitch. That means coverage begins at 5:20. For St. Louis Cardinals Radio Network, I'm Matt Pauley.
Is your home showing symptoms of foundation issues? Your home's wet basement, dingy crawl space, musty smells, cracked walls, or unlevel concrete shouldn't be ignored. Helitech can help. Life happens in your home. You and your family deserve the best. Helitech offers proven solutions in waterproofing, drainage, concrete leveling, and foundation repair services. Contact us for a free inspection at helitechonline.com.
When the water's high, we'll keep your basement dry. Heal your home with Helitech.
Well, San Antonio evens it up 3-3 with their win over the Oklahoma City Thunder yesterday, 118-91.
Yeah, defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder. So Game 7 back in Oklahoma City.
Tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Always fun to watch the game with fellow fans at PIA, 1609 West Springfield Avenue. Also, NHL action on TNT tonight at 7 o'clock. Montreal and Carolina. Carolina's up in that series 3-1.
All right, we check your weather this morning, brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
Reminding you the pool is open, just like Greg was alluding to. Man, it's good weather, and you can lay out or you can splash around, all kinds of features at the Crystal Lake Park Family Aquatic Center. Learn more at urbanaparks.org.
Philo used to take a bus to the Urbana pool.
Yes, we had a swim bus too in Tolono.
Back in the 60s.
A school bus. You get 50 cents.
Yeah.
Quarter is a quarter.
There you go. All right, we'll be right back. Here's Greg.
Look at everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, vicinity. Pleasant, late spring, early summer-like weather conditions going forward. Fortunately, no organized rainfalls over the next 7 to 10 days for openers and probably beyond from that point. In any event, enjoy the sunshine, the gentle northeast to east breezes, and comfortable humidity levels in the coming days. No rain in the forecast through at least late next week. Sunshine, 82 for the day today with a northeasterly breeze at 6 to 12 miles per hour, bit gusty for the midday and afternoon. Increasing cloudiness 4 to 9, down to 57 for the day tomorrow. Partly sunny, a bit cooler, northeasterly breeze and a high at 77. We'll level off near 55 for tomorrow night under a partly cloudy sky. Mostly sunny to round out the weekend. A Sunday high at 78 with a northeasterly breeze. Monday, no rain, sunshine. Will be up near 80 there. Partly cloudy Tuesday next week. Highs up near 80. Back up to around 81 on Wednesday. 82 Thursday. 83 next Friday. Probably middle 80s next weekend. At that point, maybe a stray shower thunderstorm. Comfortable overnight lows in the 50s. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
This is the run my own business dream. This is the college is paid for dream. This is the retire early dream. This is Busey, where your dreams and possibilities become moments through trusted guidance and expertise, through lifelong relationships. Because we're here to help you achieve the life you've always envisioned. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth, since 1868. Proud to be the
Business
official
report.
bank of the Fighting
Dell shares are jumping up more than 37%. It's seeing robust demand for its NVIDIA-powered artificial intelligence servers. Dell's raising its forecast for profit and revenue. It's seeing the benefit of data center investments from Alphabet's Google and Amazon, and it has a new $9.7 billion contract with the U.S. military. There's merger news in the food world. International Foods and Fragrances, which makes ingredients for everything from grocery store items to fragrances and biosciences, is selling its food ingredients business to funds managed by CVC Capital Partners. The business is valued at $4.3 billion. Oil prices are retreating. It's the last trading day of the month. The NASDAQ and S&P closed at records again yesterday. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
My doctor said I could use something called a biosimilar. Then she told me what it is.
A biosimilar is a type of biologic medication. Just like brand name drugs have generic versions, original biologics can have biosimilars.
So I asked what the benefits are and if they work the same.
Biosimilars have the same safety, effectiveness, and quality as the original biologic. They also offer more medication options at potentially more competitive prices.
My doctor said I could learn more at fda.gov/biosimilars.
Hey golf cart shoppers, tired of the same old golf cart shopping experience? Come over to Midwest Carts in Tuscola, Illinois, where customers rave about unbeatable pricing, massive selection, and full service done right. As the largest Denago golf cart dealer in Illinois, they've got premium new models plus 20 to 30 quality used carts ready to roll at any time. And the best part? Free delivery on new carts anywhere in Illinois or Indiana. Midwest Carts, Tuscola, Illinois. Find them at mwcarts.com.
Looking for something truly unique? Discover Sweet Petunia at the Tuscola Mall, where vintage charm meets modern style. With over 100 vendors and consigners across 16,000 square feet, you'll find antiques, collectibles, home decor, and one-of-a-kind furniture you won't see anywhere else. It's bright, clean, organized, and surprisingly affordable. From timeless treasures to seasonal finds, there's always something new waiting for you. Come explore Sweet Petunia in the Tuscola Mall. Your next favorite piece is already here.
We're here at Carpet Weavers at their Forsyth location, and I'm joined by Mike Turner, the controller here, and you guys just celebrated a big anniversary.
We did. We've been here at this Forsyth location for 1 year. Just April of last year when we moved in here, it was a big move for us, coming from the Decatur area for a long time. But we had an opportunity to come out here, did a lot of remodeling, added on to the showroom we're standing in right now from the rest of the building, and brought a brand new experience to Forsyth, and we're excited to be here. So it's been a great thing. And we've loved the Decatur area for a long time, so we're still here. Decatur's close by.
Absolutely. What have customers been saying about their newly showroom here?
The big thing about the new showroom that people didn't experience Carpet Weavers before was seeing how much furniture we have. We had a little bit of furniture at the store on Pershing, but now with the increased square footage, we've been able to have a lot more furniture here. The flooring's all the same. It's just arranged a little bit differently, brighter and different. We're excited.
TV star Mike Turner has joined us now. I'm Stevie J. There's my brother Johnny. He's jumped onto the radio. And it's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
Mike, from the Decatur area, drives to Champaign. Kind of his mothership here in Champaign, the Carpet Weavers on Market View. Mm-hmm. But yeah, on there, I've got hammered by GQ. They want you on the cover in July.
Absolutely.
So
that I don't think that's true. I'm not sure if was that GQ or QG that called you. It sounds like an AI mistake is what that sounds like.
Well,
I do not need to appear on the cover of GQ in the slightest.
How far is Forsyth from Decatur?
Well, I mean, our store on Pershing, our old store that we were there for, almost 30 years, I believe. It's we're probably about 4 miles to the north. We're just north of the mall on 51. Great location for us, right in between Lowe's and Menard. So after you're done pretending you're buying flooring there, you can come see the real guys at Carpet Weavers. So,
that's it, man. That's it. All right. So you doing any Cubs Cardinals? What's your take on the Cardinals? You're a big Cardinal fan. Mm-hmm. Better than expected, although got swept in Milwaukee.
Right.
Yeah, getting swept in Milwaukee wasn't a good thing. I'm pretty excited, and the thing that is probably the most surprising. Well, two things are the most surprising to me. Starting pitching has been pretty good, and that was going to be, really suspect going into the year. Now they're putting a lot of strain in the bullpen because they're not going long enough, because that's the nature of the game these days. Starting pitchers don't go as long as they used to, but it's been pleasantly surprising. If they can stay away from the third time through the order, the starters are doing well. And the other big resurgence to me is, how did Jordan Walker suddenly figure it out?
Yeah, that's nice. That's
what
really
a complete change. You're going to have him come see you again on the Caravan, Stevie. Maybe we can.
No
talk about
kidding.
that
No,
again.
no, no.
Awesome.
Jordan Walker's
He probably won't make it now.
No, he's
crossed
past
the threshold of guys that won't appear, right?
Past all that. And then, Mike Turner, what's your take on the Fighting Illini basketball team? What will we be preseason ranked with Andrei Stojakovic announcing he's coming back?
How exciting is that?
Yeah.
Just a lot of good things happening there. And I think the thing I've been paying attention to Illini basketball is probably about as long as you have. I still remember Nick Weatherspoon. How's that? So
me too.
The excitement of Illini sports in general, all facets, are bigger than I ever remember. And the basketball program is probably just consistently in the best shape it's ever been. And I would say that even with the years we had, going to the Final Four, it just seems like it's a different momentum, different time, different approach to the whole thing. So I'm extremely excited. Preseason rankings are preseason rankings, but if they're not in the top 5 on all of them, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Finally, Carpet Weaver's doing a buy one, get one. What's the promotion this weekend?
We have our Memorial Day sale going on. It's been another good one coming right off of the Karistan month. Buy one, get one of anything, 50% off. Wow. So it's furniture, it's flooring. Come see us. We're closing out that sale now with how that went with Memorial Day, and it's been a good thing for us. So we're happy to see anyone.
Hey, brother, nice hearing your voice. Way to go on TV. Is that airing on Channel 3? Where can I see that? I mean,
that was, I don't think it's going to be on Channel 3. That was WICS, WICD out of Springfield. So it crosses over to the whole DMA across
well, because of that commercial, they're standing in line at all your locations, so good work.
They should be. That's because I got to go on every month now, so we'll get this rolling.
All right, my friend. Nice hearing you. Go Cardinals, huh?
Good hearing you guys.
All right. Mike Turner over there. It's a controller kind of guy that runs the money shop. Good man. We've been to St. Louis together. He's come with me on our broadcasts and stuff. And you've sat by him at basketball games.
I have. And he has a military friend that you can high five when we score and all that. He's very festive, too.
Buddy Lane is the military guy.
Nice.
Johnny, you remember Nick Weatherspoon?
Oh, of course I do.
I remember Chuck told me that Nick Weatherspoon was coming to the St. Thomas sports banquet. And, of course, going to Philo grade school when St. Thomas was down the street, I snuck in. I remember seeing the back of his head, and I'm going, that's Nick Weatherspoon.
That's pretty good for St. Thomas to bring him on down.
No kidding. John Schumacher's connection? Who is that?
Maybe, I don't know.
Who had the connection to Nick Weatherspoon?
Yeah, it could have been John Schumacher. He was my basketball coach at St. Thomas back in the day.
I got a question. You mentioned the Cards lost to the Brewers.
Yeah.
What is it with the Central Division? The Brewers seem to dominate the Central
Well,
Division.
they've won 3 titles in a row.
Never won a World Series.
Yeah.
They lost to the Cardinals in 1982 in the World Series, which means they weren't in the same...
The American League team at the time.
And why? So what does that mean? The Central Division can never make a World Series? Because they're always in the hunt, usually win the division. How many?
Cubs won in 16. Cardinals won in 2011. So.
Well, no, but it's just the Brewers. You can't get them off the top.
Can't get them past the Dodgers.
They don't go anywhere.
Nobody goes past the
they
Dodgers.
Can't beat the Dodgers.
But Gary Frank said that. He said, you got to go through the Dodgers.
All right, it's just...
But the Dodgers' payroll, their responsibility to their players is the highest in baseball, $2.1 billion.
Okay, that's a lot.
Shohei Ohtani's got like $600 or $700 million coming still, so... He only gets paid $2 million a year. Does sponsors, and then he gets $63 million a year beginning in 2034 through 2040.
Well, don't get me started on what they pay the minor leaguers.
Yeah, right. Which is nothing.
Nothing.
All right, back in a moment. Jill Biden. You got to hear that clip. Stand by.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. President Trump still hasn't signed off on the tentative deal struck by the U.S. and Iran.
Here is what's on the table regarding the potential 60-day agreement. The Strait of Hormuz fully reopens and mines are removed within 30 days. The U.S. lifts its blockade, allowing Iran to sell oil freely. Iran agrees to not pursue a nuclear weapon, and talks begin on disposing its enriched uranium.
That's Fox's Jeff Paul in Dubai. The two-day manhunt on Hawaii's Big Island is over.
Locating the suspect concealed within a small cave on the neighboring property. The suspect, identified as Jacob Baker, male 36, was taken into custody without incident.
That's Hawaii County Police Chief Reed Mahuna. Cops accused Baker of killing 3 elderly men. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Well, just hours after a worker killed in a construction zone crash on I-74, Illinois State Police say another one happened near the same area in Champaign. They responded Wednesday night to I-74 westbound interchange at I-57 southbound. A semi hauling a dump truck on an overpass. There was no injuries, but closures were reported. Friends and co-workers mourning the death of 65-year-old Steve Cornett, that construction worker and former Tilton police chief who was hit and killed overnight this week in a work zone on I-74 near the I-57 interchange in Champaign. City leaders from Champaign and Urbana broke ground Tuesday on major upgrades to the Champaign-Urbana Special Recreation Center. The $900,000 project will add an outdoor space designed for educational, physical, and occupational therapy, along with accessible parking, new driveways, also specialized all abilities playground equipment. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Well, our weather now brought to you by Route 45 Wayside with Sunday Fun Day this Sunday, featuring the double wide.
Yes. And that's between 1 and 4. They have great music on the patio on Sunday afternoon. And you can do the sand.
But why do they call the double wide?
I mean, that's the big trailer, right? So
right, but sometimes you reference heavier people as a double.
Yes, that's true.
So anyway,
I don't know.
It's Sunday, 1 to 4, double wide, Route 45 Wayside in Fesodum.
Mm-hmm.
Check your weather. Our meteorologist is Greg Solier.
So look at everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana vicinity. Delightful late May, early June weather on tap over the next 5 to 10 days. Not much going on, unfortunately, in the rainfall department. Abnormally dry environs building across the northern end of the state, now northwest Indiana, southern Wisconsin, and points to the west and north from there. We'll see if that becomes a trickle-down effect around here in the coming days, the next couple of weeks. In any event, enjoy the sunshine, the northeast to east breezes, and 82 for your Friday afternoon. Increasing clouds tonight, 57. Bit cooler for the weekend, but temperatures on target for the time of year for late May, early June. Partly sunny, 77 for the day tomorrow with a northeast wind into the mid-50s tomorrow night. Sunshine and 78 for the day on Sunday. Monday, June 1st, sunny and highs near 80. Should make a high of about 80 on Tuesday next week with partly cloudy sky. Then lower 80s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe middle 80s the following weekend. Overnight readings into the 50s. Next chance for rain next weekend as well. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
All right, at 7:34. All right, they should probably bring this up. Yes, I use my phone when I drive from time to time. I can't stand doing that, and I'm sorry I do. Sometimes it's a quick response. Sometimes it's hopefully always hands-free. But the point is, the phone is a distraction for all of us. We all do it.
Yes.
We just shouldn't do it because that's what killed the guy from Tilton the other day in the construction
early Wednesday
accident.
morning. Yes.
It's a guy from Tennessee driving 65 in the 45.
Yes.
And dropped his phone.
Yes.
And when he reached up, he overcorrected in the middle of the night driving.
So he's been charged with reckless homicide. He was 29. Quinnaman Juan Fletcher is his name. So Champaign County State's Attorney Office confirmed that the driver who hit Stephen Cornett, who was 65 of Danville, in that active construction zone. I just kind of do flow of traffic these days, and I've just got to keep it down. It's 45 miles per hour, and he was going 65. So these are, and that whole 57, 74 interchange is with all that construction going on. You just, I have, white knuckle driving in that zone, and want to stay in your lane.
And I'm talking to myself too. You just can't.
You can't hold your phone.
You just got.
Now, if you're on hands free, I don't see. Actually, I think that's safer than looking over to the passenger. And talking
you
to
can
the passenger.
You can look around doing your radio too. I mean, you got to be careful looking away.
Yeah, I don't look.
I tell you what,
I just won't take my eyes off the road, and I don't want less than two hands on the wheel.
No, that's right.
And I don't. Obviously, I'll have a cup of coffee and drink. That's another hazard. But nothing like the phone.
The phone is way distracting.
It's the one that gets.
But you got, you're thinking, I got to do this. I'll forget. I got to just quick response. I mean, listen.
But you don't, because when did we even have a phone you could carry?
How do we?
I don't know how we survived.
I don't either.
We would go off to like the prom, and nobody could get a hold of us.
I know.
For like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
I know it.
No, you're right. And it was you're bowling on bowling night in Tolono, and you weren't ready to go home, and I was there with no ride because it's 14, and I walked to Philo, but I had no phone. I couldn't tell Mom I'm walking to Philo from Tolono.
I didn't know you were walking to Philo.
No, you did that. You did that, Johnny. Remember, I wanted to do that because everybody else in our family had walked from Tolono to Philo. So I did that. It was about 10:30 at night.
We didn't do it at night, Steve.
Okay. Well, oops. Anyway.
Did you take that back Somerville's Road?
I did, and then when the train came by, I said, I'm moving away from that train.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't.
Oh, so you were like walking tracks?
I don't think so. I was near it because I walked by Somerville.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, people, and I'm talking to Stevie J directly. You just got to keep the hands on the wheel, and you got to focus on driving.
With his connections to Tilton Police, they are doing an escort route honoring Cornett, expected to leave Urbana around 10:15 this morning and to 10:30. So if you see a long procession honoring this construction worker that died earlier this week,
Sad
Stephen
stuff.
Cornett was 65.
My prayers, all prayers for that family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's 7:38. Brother Johnny's here. This is it, and then he's got to fly home, going to Lambert Field, the home of the Lucky Lindbergh Spirit of St. Louis, the plane that flew to
Charles Lindbergh flew across to Paris from New York. So was it New York? Anyway,
where did he leave from? I think it was New York.
So
1920. You thought 6. I think that's a good guess. When did Charles Lindbergh fly across the ocean?
Oh boy,
just Charlie Lindbergh flight to Paris. He left. I thought from maybe it wasn't Newfoundland, was it? Because it was closer.
Newfoundland.
I thought he would have jumped up to Newfoundland.
Where's Newfoundland?
Newfoundland. Newfoundland, is it?
Yeah, Finland would be Finland.
Yeah, okay. Newfoundland.
That's
Foundland.
That's a whole nother thing. He wouldn't have gone to
Newfoundland. I think, was that possible? That's
he could have.
Newfoundland.
It's closer.
Should have been a lot closer. A couple hours closer.
I don't know though. Well, I think it was
made his first nonstop flight from New York to Paris.
It was New York
in 1927. Around this time.
Very good.
The distance was 3,600 miles, flying alone for 33 hours.
33, you said a day. A good call.
His aircraft, Spirit of St. Louis, was built to complete the $25,000 Ortigue Prize for first flight between the two cities.
A bunch of money in 27.
Yeah, I don't know, but they have a great movie with Jimmy Stewart as Charles Lindbergh.
Yeah, he does look a little like Jimmy Stewart.
The thing that gets me is they finally had the weather. They didn't know as much as we know now
for
about
sure,
weather, but they thought this is our shot, and he could not sleep the whole night before that.
Oh my!
So now he's got
certainly can't sleep in the plane.
No,
there was
no
autopilot.
Right, and for 33 hours.
Man, they were so happy to see that plane coming in. It was due.
How could he? You said you're not flying very high, but when it's dark and he landed in the dark. How did you find Charles de Gaulle Airport? Was there a lot of lighting?
Yeah, he had to. That's all by sight. There wasn't any tower.
Right. And do you have
the Eiffel Tower,
the lanterns and things lit? I
think probably. Yeah.
Wow.
And he was just looking at the coastline and had a good idea of about where the direction of Paris was.
Right.
And he got there. And he could see the Eiffel Tower, I bet. I'll bet that was a big
Well,
deal.
that's lit a little, isn't it?
Maybe. I mean, it
But-
was 1927.
And there wasn't anything that tall, right? Back in
No, 1,000
Yeah.
feet. That was amazing.
Okay, one other quick thing, and then I'm playing Joe Biden. 'Cause I
Okay.
wanna go there. Let me.
You
I
know,
I
Eiffel
simply
Tower-
want to know how much was $25,000 worth in 1927 to today's dollar?
Okay.
'Cause
Wow.
that was a bunch of money.
It could. Wow.
What do you think?
Oh, I'm going to have to wild guess
Well, you know what?
$250,000.
it.
$250,000.
That's probably not a. Wait, 25.
25,000.
Oh, it's more than $250,000. It's going to be $1.3 million. I don't know.
$478,000.
Okay.
What did she say?
She
$250,000.
said
Okay.
two.
You're
was
way
on-
closer than me.
Okay.
Well, that's,
Good
so
job, man.
think about it. Would you try that for $500,000 to fly across the ocean
Yeah.
for the first time?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe when I was 25.
Right.
Yeah.
And he also had U.S. Army Air Service Cadet 1924. So, he's one of these guys.
Yeah,
who's going after
But
it.
Then the plane is amazingly hanging in the St. Louis Lampert Field Airport.
Yes.
That's the one. It's,
Well,
it's not very big, right, Johnny? It's
I'm
not
going to
very
change
big.
subjects because I'm thinking he did probably see the Eiffel Tower, and the engineer Eiffel, who also designed the structure of the Statue of Liberty. He didn't do the architecture of it, but he won. We're going to do the Eiffel Tower. He won the prize, but he had to pay for it.
I see.
And he said,
for building it?
"Whoa!" He said, "Well, I'll pay for it, but I need to own it for 20 years, and so I can make money back on it."
Okay.
And he did, and they were raising Cain about
When was
this
the-
monstrosity in the middle of Paris.
I see.
And so he made his money back, but they were going to tear it down. But then they started to need antennas, and they started to get
What year was the Eiffel Tower put up? Is that
1880,
80? Okay.
80ish. And so we have the Eiffel Tower because we needed a good antenna.
Isn't that amazing?
Because World War II and that.
Right.
Construction
What-
started in
World War I.
1887, it says.
So 1890.
But
Three stores.
what would it cost to build the Eiffel Tower in 1880?
I can't remember that. I can't
You can
remember.
keep looking on
But
that.
just to be able to build
You don't
that
have to
thing.
look. You just go to your AI.
Okay.
You just talk to.
can ask
It's a weird name. His name is Chetbooks. Chetbooks.
Oh, yeah. But Gustav
How much
Eiffel.
did it cost to build the Eiffel Tower? Okay, your answer comes up. I have to think about this. This is off the top of my
A few
head.
million, maybe.
7.8.
Okay, and
7.8 million?
but to be able to build that from an engineering standpoint is just staggering.
Yeah.
In 1887.
Oh, wow.
Yay, many Christmas.
All right, last thing. How much is 7.8 million in 1887 worth today?
Okay.
Well, now you should be able to do that from 1887.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now again, by inflation, purchasing power 40 to 50 million for an Eiffel Tower today. That's nothing. Beckman was 50 million, and aren't football stadiums billions now? Don't they spend 3 or 4 billion on a stadium?
Well, you're just what you're doing is multiplying what they spent, and the relative pay was way lower. The cost of materials relative was lower. You could look at those and
What were the
probably
guys
higher
getting in
multiplier.
construction? 50 cents an hour? No, not that.
Oh, no way.
Wow.
That's what we got when we were cutting corn out of beans.
I got $1.10.
Well,
Irvin
yeah,
Brown.
because you're 4 years behind. me.
Right.
All right, I'm playing Jill Biden. Here's what Jill had to come up with stuff. Apparently, she's got a big book advance. So why are you reliving horrible moments for Democrats? Why would you go back and dwell on that? And then she said this.
I had never, ever seen Joe like that before.
Don't believe it.
Or since. Never.
Or since.
Yes. Or
You've
since.
never seen him like
never.
that?
No.
What happened?
I don't know what happened. I mean, as I watched it, I thought, oh my God, he's having a stroke.
Okay, she really thought that.
I don't think she did.
But she did. You have medical people all around. He's President Biden at the time. You have medical people. You just say, check him out before we go to the Waffle House.
Mm-hmm.
Just check him out.
It might have crossed her mind, but I didn't. Yesterday I was talking about this with you, and I didn't see that much difference in what we'd been seeing for at least the last year and a half up till then. And he was going the wrong way. He was wandering off from meetings. He was
No, it was sad. It was sad to
He
watch.
did acknowledge that he was slowing down,
Listen.
and the intense job of the presidency ages you quickly.
But
she says.
think about the circle of people that would put a man in that condition, in a position like that, because you know you can run the country. The question I'll always have is who's making the final call on what we're doing today.
Well, I think you have some good guesses on that.
Well, I mean, is Joe Biden in on that?
I can tell you, whoever was decided we're going to switch Joe out at this debate.
Yeah.
And that was already, I think, pre-planned, because we heard reports that evening how the emails and the social media was going crazy about this is it for Joe within the first 5 minutes. And by the way, they all agreed 100%. Yeah. Everybody who was backing him up to that and telling us that he did not walk the wrong way. You didn't see that.
No, right.
And they could have done the same thing. No, he knew what he did beat Medicaid. And just tell us that. And even it's the old, who are you going to believe, me or your own eyes? And they could have done that again. They'd been doing it for 4 years, and this time they're like, we may lose this race. And I'm not 100% sure Joe would have done worse than Kamala.
I don't think so. I really don't.
I think maybe.
Anyway, we're not bringing up Joe Biden. Jill is. So, I mean, that's the
Her
big
memoir is
story.
called View from the East Wing. Man, I'm curious, but I'm wondering, how truthful and revealing she is.
Well, she had to give him something, right? You're getting millions of dollars.
But
she
to
wanted
me,
to write a
she
book,
was,
I think.
She was playing the whole thing. I mean, she was
you go
basically
ask-
pulling the strings, right? But so many of the first ladies did.
Well, he was not on top of his A game when he was older, and like you say, the presidency will wear you down anyway.
I think Eleanor Roosevelt was very active.
Right.
Edith Wilson Woodrow had health issues there in that term.
I love hearing some of these first lady stories.
No, it's
I think Nancy Reagan was a big
Oh boy,
player.
big in controlling his schedule after the assassination attempt, and that's where she got into horoscopes and all these other things. She was so afraid he was going to get shot that she was controlling his schedule at the time. There are a lot of been powerful. I think we're ready for a woman president. Just pick me the right woman. I'm all in on that.
Right.
Okay, Johnny. Let me also mention Chris Coons, Senator Coons from Delaware. His buddy, Joe Biden's really, really good buddy, rather defensive yesterday with Martha McCallum when he said, well, I've been walking all around Delaware and nobody's asking me about Joe Biden's health. I'm seeing Donald Trump fall asleep in meetings. You hear him drone on? He's just not making sense anymore. I mean, just laying that
Well, I
out.
think Jill's the one who brought it up.
Jill brought it up.
So yeah, and I don't. This idea that Trump's in the same category is, I mean, that's what's the term Trump's using? Low IQ person. Yeah. That's crazy. There's no comparison. Whatever you think about
Trump
what
will
he's
be
doing.
80 on Flag Day on June 14th. So,
But we on the radio have a little power here. I could trigger somebody right now by saying I think Trump should remain president in 28. Now that's going to
You
drive.
don't have to do that. You just say, I want to get a $250 bill with Trump's picture on it. That'll
I
get,
saw that.
That's just going to.
But this is to commemorate
That's a dig to some people.
America's 250.
Well, it's 250, and he happens to be the president at the 250.
But would this be legal tender or collector's
No, it's
item?
a legal tender.
Okay.
U.S. Mint $250
I think
bill.
it's interesting.
But here's the interesting thing that isn't that political. The U.S. Mint supports itself. It's not in
How
the
about
budget.
that? No budget.
So if you make
Okay.
they make a quarter, it costs them say 18 cents. The bank gives them 25. That's how they support the U.S. Mint. So the 250 is a big prize because it doesn't cost that much to make a $250 bill, but they'll sell millions of them just as a
yeah,
souvenir.
kind of a souvenir
But
kind of
there
thing.
is
I bet many Democrats will buy a $250 bill. I don't know about progressives, but I think
no,
the
they
Democrats will.
won't. But if you can spend it and save a couple, but it's also hey,
won't- you
there's a
won't
lot of
spend
things
it.
with Trump's name on it. Trump watches, Trump. I mean, that I'm not really in on selling stuff while you're president like that. I wouldn't do that.
Well, he's not selling it. It's the Mint. And so
no, the tennis shoes, the
know.
watches.
Look.
I wouldn't do that when you're president.
I like the things he's done for the country.
No, I do too.
And I don't, yeah. But the picture that they've shown on the 250 is terrible.
It's just a grumpy.
It is.
It's Churchillian.
It is.
Churchillian.
I don't like it.
It
but
is intent. It looks like his eyes are a little squinty. And
but that's not really going to be the
But
picture.
in
and the
addition,
shading is weird.
in addition to the Speaker of the House, we also have the director of the Mint from Louisiana, so we got the inside thing on how.
So he's a real coin collector, isn't he?
A true
numismatic.
I think that's
numismatic. I think.
There's not a lot of people that can say that word.
Numismatic, and if he would ever want to be on the radio, that'd be fascinating. The fact that
we should try to get him. I think he would love to. He loves to talk about coins. He's the first U.S. Mint director that's a
numismatic. So if you are a coin collector, dollar bill collector, whatever it is, I still have some silver certificates. Those are back in the day. I don't know.
He's just like Steve. Stevie talks about when he was 3 and 4. All he cared about was coins. Right. Steve was always talking on Pan Am 1, being an announcer, talking on the radio, all the way through.
Oh, wow.
By the way, did you know, this is something for the
story.
Listeners probably don't realize, that it was about 3 years old before Steve spoke.
Saving it.
So he was saving it,
saving it up.
We were worried about him because he doesn't talk.
I caught up. All right.
Well, that happens with big brothers and big sisters. With me being the youngest of 6, I feel like, and you're the youngest of what, 5?
4.
Then? 4?
Yeah.
That they just kind of talk for you and figure you out.
Well, he was getting the lay of the land.
I was following Johnny around.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And for me, it was Mary Jane. I've tagged along with her everywhere.
All right, ESPN 93.5, 751. You're welcome on the Fisher National Bank text line. Any other thoughts you might have based on what we've just said?
Right.
217-359-2255. We check your weather. Our meteorologist is Greg Solier.
Look at everyone. Let's check weather. For Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. Delightful late May, early June weather on tap over the next 5 to 10 days. Not much going on, unfortunately, in the rainfall department. Abnormally dry environs building across the northern end of the state. Now northwest Indiana, southern Wisconsin, and points to the west and north from there. We'll see if that becomes a trickle-down effect around here in the coming days, the next couple of weeks. In any event, enjoy the sunshine, the northeast to east breezes, and 82 for your Friday afternoon. Increasing clouds tonight, 57. Bit cooler for the weekend, but temperatures on target for the time of year for late May, early June. Partly sunny, 77 for the day tomorrow, with a northeast wind into the mid-50s tomorrow night. Sunshine and 78 for the day on Sunday. Monday, June 1st, sunny and highs near 80. Should make a high of about 80 on Tuesday next week, with partly cloudy sky, then lower 80s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe middle 80s the following weekend. Overnight readings into the 50s. Next chance for rain next weekend as well. For Stephen Day Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is right here in Champaign-Urbana to help you select the right protection at the right price. Kurt will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Big news, Tolono. Philo Exchange Bank is growing to better serve you with a new branch opening this spring. For over 140 years, we've delivered hometown community banking that you can trust. And when it comes to loans, your decisions stay local, made by local lenders who know our community. Visit us soon at 411 North Long Street in Tolono, right on Route 45. Go to philobank.com for more information.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Taylor from Shimmer and Chic Boutique. We would like to invite you to help us celebrate our 7th year anniversary event on Saturday, May 30th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. We will be giving out free koozies with purchases. We have discounts for the first 30 customers in our store. We have special summer graphics for $17 and a free koozie with purchase. Please stop in and see us in downtown Tuscola on May 30th. Shimmer and Chic Boutique is located at 101 North Main Street in downtown Tuscola.
Yeah, you got to do Tuscola tomorrow. You got to do that tomorrow. The weather's going to be great. Tuscola's great. A lot of great shops do that. You only
Shimmer and Chic Boutique.
You only paid $130 round trip from Europe back in 1970?
70, and I had wow. 500 left over, and I was able to wend my way through Europe for 9 weeks.
What was the rail pass at the time? Not much.
That was $130.
So that's the whole summer.
Covered 14 countries, 13 countries.
$130. So
and staying in the youth hostels.
I went to every one of them.
In the hostels. Remember, we stayed probably in a hostel when we were with Mom and Mary, Johnny and I, in 1970, coming back from our stay in India. And a guy from Time magazine approached us, thinking we were traveling alone. If we'd said we were traveling alone, we probably would have been on the dang cover. Dang it.
Well, I'll tell you about that time. Here's the thing I remember these days about that trip. one of the things was I was coming back, and I'd gone to Toledo, Spain, where I had purchased a battle axe, really cool looking old bat, and a mace, which is a stick with a chain and a ball with spikes on it.
You bought that?
And I checked bags and my carry-on, the battle axe wouldn't, so it was sticking up out of the carry-on.
Oh, wow.
And the mace I had over my shoulder.
Okay.
And I'm putting the battle axe underneath. I'm putting the mace up there, and sir, you have to put that other thing under the seat too.
Oh,
different time, Steve.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
You show up with those two things in the parking lot, and you're going to jail.
No, that's
wow.
Wow, have things changed?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But how did you write letters when you were there by yourself?
Yes.
Because we didn't call.
Nope.
That would have been too expensive. There's no other.
American Express. I could always
And
get
you
American
couldn't
Express.
just jump on the computer at the Internet Cafe in
But I could get on
1970
any
either.
single train in Europe. You have the board, go anywhere you want.
Wow.
I went to see the Pope because I wanted to get some things blessed by the Pope. Well, he wasn't in Rome. He was in Castel Gandolfo for the summer. So I would go to the train station, Castel
No
Gandolfo.
kidding. You went there.
Get on the train, and he was out. He came out on the Sunday, and the crowd's there, and he blessed.
did see
So
him?
I had a rosary for Mr. Imony. I said, I'm going to
Yes.
blessed by the Pope. It was like
Nice.
5-foot rosary.
Okay.
But that was great.
That's
Those were the
awesome.
days. There were kids running all over.
I know.
Mm.
I know. And you just trusted. You didn't even think about the
No,
violence
it's so
or
sad.
anything
Well, there
else.
wasn't any.
Right.
To speak. I mean,
Right.
you know,
Right.
It wasn't
Yeah.
it's a different time.
You had
Yes.
you had the Munich Olympics in '72 where we got a word where the terrorists were shooting.
Yeah, I went to that site because they were working on it, and I was watching how they were building for the Olympics.
Yeah.
So-
Man, though, I mean, but how crazy was it in the '60s with the Vietnam and Woodstock and all the LSD and the drugs that we were sampling?
But that was 70, so we were still in Vietnam, but in Europe it was just a tourist haven.
Yeah.
And low cost.
Yep.
And
Access too.
And those hostels allowed financially just about anybody
Yeah.
could
What
go.
was it $10 a day or something?
$1.
$1.
$1.
But were you sleeping on a mat on the ground then?
No, they had little
Like
bunks.
cots or
Yeah,
something?
it was
$1
like
a
bunks,
day.
and the
What could
guys
you-
and girls were separated.
My sister Susan also did this and actually was a Girl Scout and explorer and things like that and was able to have a European summer.
Pretty cool, kids.
And you could probably do something like that today, but there's a different
It's
things.
different,
Cost a little more.
everything,
right.
and you're not getting a battle axe on the plane. So.
No, you don't want to try to
I
carry
want a
one on.
souvenir.
Yeah, I
Do you
know-
still have it?
I have. There's no way we've thrown that away, but it'll take several years to find it.
It is somewhere in Philo.
Okay.
It's somewhere in Philo. By the way, Benjamin, one of my kids, was taking his stereo speaker on a plane. He might have been about 5. I said, honey, you can't take that. He said, why? Well, it's shaped like a bomb with a fuse.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
With a big black
Yes,
ball with a fuse.
okay.
And that was a speaker back in the day.
But I mean, the people at TSA would see.
No, that
it's
would
a
freak out the public.
Well, the appearance means something. So.
Yeah, okay. All right, that's Brother Johnny. There's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
I am Stevie J. 217-359-2255. You want to be part of the program, text us. 7:58 Fox News is coming up next on this Friday, May 29.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Getting new siding and windows is a part of good home maintenance, and it's also a way to improve your home's value and curb appeal. Kramer offers preservation siding and windows in lots of styles and colors. Shutters and trim will complete the look, and our online design tool will help you try before you buy. So start today and save 25%.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Looking for a great place to relax, grab a bite, and have some fun? Head to the Ambroise Sports Bar and Grill in Villa Grove. This well-furnished hometown tavern has something for everyone. Enjoy great food, a full bar, and a welcoming family-friendly atmosphere. Step outside to the outdoor patio, challenge your friends on the golf simulator, or check out the full game room. Whether you're stopping in with the kids for dinner or meeting friends for a drink and some gaming machines, Ambroise Sports Bar and Grill is the place to be. Ambroise Sports Bar and Grill in Villa Grove. Good food, good fun, and good times waiting for you.
Looking for a warm, welcoming place to relax in Tuscola? Stop by Hometown Grounds, where great coffee and great company come together. They're proudly serving Mad Goat coffee, so you can enjoy a rich, delicious cup while catching up with friends. And if you've got kids, no problem. There's a special play area where they can have fun and you sit back and relax. Hometown Grounds is a gathering place for the whole community and perfect for meetings. Come see what everyone's talking about in Tuscola. Visit hometowngroundscoffee.com and plan your visit today.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
It's still just a tentative deal. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. It would extend the Iran ceasefire for 60 days. President Trump's yet to sign off on it and tells Laura Trump in an interview that'll air on her show on Fox tomorrow night.
That's what I do. I negotiate. They negotiate. They're very good negotiators. They're crafty. But in the end, we have all the cards.
Fox's Madeline Rivera is at the White House.
The memo of understanding states shipping will be restored in the Strait of Hormuz without restrictions. And this includes Iran removing mines from the waterway within 30 days. The U.S. would also lift its blockade and some sanctions to allow Iran to sell oil. Iran would also commit to not pursuing a nuclear weapon. It's still unclear, though, what would happen to Iran's stockpile of highly enriched uranium. And that's one of the issues that will continue to be hashed out within this 60-day window.
There was a giant orange fireball in the night sky in Florida as Blue Origin was prepping for a rocket launch next week.
When they tried to do a static fire test at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida late Thursday, the rocket exploded. Sound courtesy of Spaceflight Now's YouTube page. It was a monstrous explosion, completely shrouding the 320-foot-tall Glenn rocket.
Fox's Jill Nato. The rocket's unmanned, so no one was hurt. Blue Origin CEO Jeff Bezos says it's too early to know the cause, but they will rebuild. An Amtrak train caught fire in a tunnel in New York City early this morning. 5 workers were hurt, 2 seriously, disrupting train service. Former Attorney General Pam Bondi is at the Capitol now to answer House Committee's questions on the Jeffrey Epstein files.
Cameras and microphones will not be allowed, and Bondi will not be under oath. Bondi was subpoenaed to appear while she led the DOJ, but she refused. Bondi did, however, agree to sit for this transcribed interview. She is expected to be at the meeting with Assistant U.S. Attorney General Harmeet Dillon.
That's Fox's Gernal Scott. America's listening to Fox News.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. Stop paying the big guys twice what you need to. Dial pound 250, say my name. That's pound 250 micro to switch to Pure Talk, where the savings are truly unlimited.
While the U.S. military keeps patrolling the Eastern Pacific and Caribbean in an operation that's blown up dozens of suspected drug trafficking boats.
The New York Times reports there's an agreement to carry out joint military strikes on drug gangs in Guatemala. President Bernardo Arevalo says only Congress can authorize foreign soldiers on Guatemalan soil, and there are no plans to request that. Arevalo and his defense minister spoke with U.S. War Secretary Pete Hegseth last week. He says a request for military assistance with anti-drug trafficking operations is within the framework of existing agreements, including access to equipment, training, and experts. Chris Foster, Fox News.
Vice President Vance went to Colorado, congratulating the class of 26 at the U.S. Air Force Academy.
So impressed am I with this group.
And in his commencement address, Vance told the graduates,
AI will inevitably change warfare. And of course, as you've learned over the last 4 years, it already has.
But the vice president also told them there are limits to artificial intelligence.
Decisions over life and death must be made by humans and not machines.
But there's a growing concern about AI, from taking away jobs to going out of control.
Nearly 80% of voters call it urgent, the need for AI regulations, with 8 in 10 saying that protecting public interests should be prioritized over promoting innovation, with more than half, according to the latest Fox News poll, saying the responsibility falls on the government and the tech industry. Younger voters under 30 favor AI regulations less than voters 65 and older, with a Fox News poll showing that 6 in 10 Democrats favor coordinating AI regulations with other countries. 6 in 10 Republicans favor acting independently. Independents are evenly split. Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are rising. So down, the Nasdaq could add to record highs yesterday. In the NBA playoffs, San Antonio forced a Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals, blowing out Oklahoma City by 27 points. They'll play tomorrow night. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Illinois House passing a sweeping auto insurance reform plan aimed at tightening consumer protections. Bill would bar insurers from raising premiums by more than 10% without giving drivers a 30-day advance notice before renewal. It also directs the Illinois Department of Insurance to ensure rates are not excessive. Well, road crew member who was hit and killed by a car on I-74 in Champaign being identified as the former chief of Tilton Police. Stephen Cornett died following the incident on I-74 near mile marker 180. Police investigating. Cornett served with the Tilton Police Department from 1984 to 2017. Senator Dick Durbin saying goodbye in Springfield ahead of his retirement. Illinois Democrat gave his farewell address to state lawmakers at the Illinois Capitol. He said he's still committed to the DREAM Act. He introduced the measure which would provide a legal path to citizenship for people who were brought to the U.S. as children. And that's a look at what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
It is 8:06 in Champaign-Urbana. Philo, the center of the universe, is where we are located, downtown Philo. Probably the oldest building in town, or one of them.
Maybe one of them.
It's 1870-something, I thought this was built. Incorporated in 1875,
And
Philo,
was the
Illinois.
Catholic Bank out of the gate?
Catholic Bank was in 1913 for sure. But I don't know the years of the Catholic Bank, and they had Catacorner was the Protestant bank, I think.
Yes, that's correct. We didn't want to spend the same money. Although Don Rice, who knows a lot about our fund, who passed away recently, would say both of the boards had both Catholics and Protestants on the bank board.
Well, when Johnny bought the building, he looked in the space that was the vault, and sadly there was no money in there, so he thought maybe the bricks would develop something underneath.
Right, or somebody would stash away
secret
something.
vault or something.
Something in the walls, maybe.
Maybe underneath the floor. Have we looked underneath the floor?
Right, now we have the US 1059 studio in the vault.
In the vault, yeah.
Well, that's a good soundproofing mechanism right there.
Exactly.
All right, so Greg, you said dry. Any ideas how long dry means?
The dry means it may be iffy, spotty, and I wouldn't bet the farm or house on it here next weekend, and probably what will be a dry June, increasingly dry July, and we'll go from that point. I like this flash drought and kind of teleconnecting in these drought areas. I mean, we're already abnormally dry, just not too far north and northeast of us right now. We'll begin to line it up into parts of Wisconsin and Minnesota. Meanwhile, it's raining. It's raining as close in as maybe about Columbia, Missouri, and it's going to be these setups where it's going to be either haves or have-nots. Too much of a good thing or not enough of it. And I think we might be on the lesser side of the ledger here.
Well, I've got some buddies who farm, 30 miles south, Greg, and they are just
into rain, right?
Yes, they can't plant quite yet. I mean, they've gotten an in and out, but
or there's some that's going to have to maybe down like in the area of southern Indiana, southwest Ohio. They've had probably a foot of rain in the past probably 3 weeks in some spots, easily 4 to 8. So I would be surprised if maybe some replanting issues going on in parts of southern Indiana, southwest Ohio, coming off the recent rains there. So the range, the variability, it changes each and every year.
Yeah, it's amazing. It is amazing.
All right, well, that's a little scary for him to say a lot of June, maybe a lot of July.
I think it's not only El Nino. Dr. Trent Ford, the state climatologist, was on as well recently, and his conversation included, it's El Nino, and it's going to be a strong one. We can see what happens in the summertime when they are stronger or moderate ones, but there are other indices in the atmosphere that we watch in the North Atlantic and up towards the North Pole and other areas of the Pacific that tend to come into play when you're doing longer range weather forecasting. Those continue to point towards a drier scenario here in our particular part of the Corn Belt.
And the conditions are not conducive to hurricanes, so we're pretty hopeful for that.
You're going to have a pretty quiet season down there,
which really makes me nervous.
In the Atlantic.
I got a question for you, Greg. When you say it's the next couple of months real dry, there's always percentage. What's the percent we could have rain? Like
Well, let's say right now, like this weekend or next weekend is in that 20 to 30% range. I'm not going to discard anything as a pop up. A scattered one week we get maybe 30 or 40 or 50%. Half the year we get some rainfall at a quarter to half inch, and you're already dry. That dries up in a couple of 2 or 3 days. If you discount that and just look at the bigger picture, that the confidence is good, and that's just a scenario that goes into this particular atmospheric setup around here. While like the southwestern states, the southern states, the southeast, Cotton Belt country, the worst of the droughts actually is down there through Georgia, Mississippi, and northern Florida Panhandle area, and they're going to get more significant rains. And when it's a stronger one in summertime, you kind of look at those southern areas. Even if it is summertime, you still look at those southern areas for being a little more active in the summertime season.
All right, well. Yeah, 20, 30%, that's...
20, 30, 40, 50%, big deal. You got, in June, July, August, you need about a 3/4 to maybe an inch of worth of rain each week, especially in those heightened corn and soybean development periods where you actually need that. And so if you come up with a 1/4 inch, you're already in a dry setup and it's only half the area, it's not going to count for a whole lot. So.
All right, meteorologist Greg Sawyer with our full picture for the weekend, sir.
Yes, 67 at Willard and Savoy, and actually none too far away west and southwest of us. So maybe you're seeing some high and mid-level clouds over the far southwestern and western reaches of the state. Those are tracking from northwest to southeast as we've got this omega blocking weather pattern. Troughiness in the west to the plains, and then systems drop into the southeastern states around the other lobe of low pressure up aloft into the northeast New England and southeastern Canada. When you get under the ridge, the sweet spot, if you will, for favorable weather, it's not favorable with time and getting organized rains, nor breaking it down as you get deeper on into the summertime season. So that is the conundrum. Heading towards the sun-filled weekend, some high mid-level clouds from time to time on the day tomorrow. But today, sunshine, afternoon temperatures heading towards about 82, down tonight to 56, 79 tomorrow, 80 on Saturday. No rain, at least for the work week. Sunday through Friday next week, daytime temperatures comfortable, at least low 80s daytime. Nights still pleasant in the 50s. For Stevie D Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Everyone knows when you turn
Don't
the key
miss
in
the
the car.
Memorial Day sale at Carpet Weaver's Flooring and Furniture Gallery. Get the best whole house BOGO deals this week. Now you can buy 1 square foot of any floor and get the second foot half off. That's any carpet, any floor, and it's all BOGO. Half off. Plus, you could shop the amazing selection of furniture, rugs, and accessories. It's all buy one, get one half off. And buy with 2 years free financing. It's the Memorial Day Whole House BOGO sale, only at Carpet Weaver's Flooring and Furniture Gallery.
Tatman's Towing. 24 hours every day. Tatman's Towing. 328-2424. Tatman's Towing. 328-2424. Tatman's Towing. 24 hours every day. 328-2424. We have pull and we're hooked on you. Tatman's Towing.
Actually, I called the provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians. I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com.
Everyone knows when you turn the key and the car won't run? Call 367-9481 for PDR Automotive. But did you also know that if you don't have a key and you need it to run, call 367-9481. PDR now performs key cutting with programming. PDR also performs module cloning. Cloning makes that module plug and play, in many cases allowing you to utilize a used module where a new module is no longer available or very expensive. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Looking for your new favorite hangout?
With
Head to
Helitech. After an off day yesterday, the Cardinals are back at it tonight. They are at home, opening up a big 9-game homestand. First up, a 3-game series against the Cubs. They'll also see the Texas Rangers and Cincinnati Reds before this homestand comes to an end. It's the first series this year between the Cardinals and Cubs, who are right next to each other in the standings. The Cubs are the second-place team in the NL Central, but the Cardinals are just a half game back of Chicago. Milwaukee, who just swept the Cardinals, are the first-place team in the division. Andre Pallante on the mound tonight. He's 5-4, a 3.76 ERA, 0-4 with a 4.40 ERA against the Cubs, so he's looking for his first career win against Chicago. Shota Imanaga is set to make the start for the Cubs. He's 4-5, a 4.04 ERA, 2-1 all-time against St. Louis. 6:15 first pitch. That means coverage begins at 5:20. For St. Louis Cardinals Radio Network, I'm Matt Pauley.
Yeah, what's wrong with the Cubs and Cardinals, huh? That's fun.
Right. It should be a great series. And, of course, the Cubs are coming off another win after their
That's 2 in a row now.
I know.
After 10 in a row the other way.
That's right. And earlier in the season, we had 2 10-winning streaks. So
10-game winnings, yeah.
10-game winning streaks. So 7-2 was the final over Pittsburgh yesterday. 6:15 both today, tomorrow, and on Sunday. I thought they'd have a day game at some point.
No,
but,
why? I mean, these are primers, right?
Mm-hmm.
The big crowds at night now for these.
Yeah.
That's where you go down to St. Louis and try and find a hotel for the Cubs-Cardinals series.
Is this in St. Louis?
Yeah.
Okay, got the home game.
It's a whole
But
lot of fun.
I'm a Cubs fan.
Well, the Cubs crawled ahead of the Cardinals yesterday with their win, so they're about even. Everybody's 3 to 4 games behind Milwaukee right now, so it's kind of where we are.
I was seeing the IHSA, we've got some teams locally that are going to be moving on. Central beat Normal U-High 3-1. In softball and in baseball, Central beat Danville 10-0. And, of course, we had Unity with both teams winning, with Unity over Robinson 4-3, and then Unity beating STM in baseball 3-2. Tuscola beat Meridian 5-0. So all these teams are progressing on in the IHSA postseason.
I bet you there's a lot of people at these softball and baseball games this time of year watching.
Yeah.
Well, Unity girls are today.
Yeah.
In Monticello.
Sectional title.
Yeah. And then we've got the guys tomorrow.
Yeah. Unity guys are playing for the regional championship. That's that class. Right, that class of Unity, which got second in football, third in basketball, and trying to make state in baseball. Man,
and also doing well in track. So
that's this weekend in Charleston. This weekend in Charleston.
I hadn't looked that one up. But I feel like there's a lot of teams that are still progressing.
I think the state championship has always been in Charleston that I can remember. All right, Busey knows the importance of a lasting promise. They're pleased to offer financial support toward continuing education endeavors, and you can apply for a $2,500 scholarship. They're giving out 10 of these. Why not try through the Busey Bank Bridge Scholarship Fund, $25,000 in scholarships awarded annually from Busey. Available across the Busey footprint, funds will be dispersed through 10 scholarships of $2,500 each. These scholarships can be used for tuition, fees, books, or supplies for continuing education. The application deadline is coming up this coming Wednesday, so you'll want to get that done. Applicants will be required to meet specific eligibility requirements. Complete details on the Busey Bank Bridge Scholarships eligibility criteria and application process can be found at busey.com/scholarship, busey.com/scholarship. Busey for 158 years. Member FDIC. All right. This weekend, lots going on. You had your wine walk.
Yes, we do. And that's in downtown Champaign. It starts at noon tomorrow. There's a $40 ticket available now. It's always good to make arrangements ahead of time on these things these days. So you just go to champaigncenter.com. There's over a dozen stops in downtown Champaign between noon and 5, and over 14 wines from around the world being featured. A special shout out to Mike Lovejoy at Punch and Scott over at Big Grove Tavern. We had Royce and Brinkmeyer as presenting sponsors on this wine walk in downtown Champaign. And we had also mentioned Shimmer and Chic in downtown Tuscola with their anniversary sale. I want to say it's 7 years for the Reef Stack Gals. Congratulations.
Yep, Shimmer and Chic. All right, got a break for this Fox Business Minute, right?
Yes.
After Greg's Weather, ESPN 93.5.
So look at everyone. Let's check weather. For Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana vicinity. Delightful late May, early June weather on tap over the next 5 to 10 days. Not much going on, unfortunately, in the rainfall department. Abnormally dry environs building across the northern end of the state, now northwest Indiana, southern Wisconsin, and points to the west and north from there. We'll see if that becomes a trickle-down effect around here in the coming days, the next couple of weeks. In any event, enjoy the sunshine, the northeast to east breezes, and 82 for your Friday afternoon. Increasing clouds tonight, 57. Bit cooler for the weekend, but temperatures on target for the time of year for late May, early June. Partly sunny, 77 for the day tomorrow with a northeast wind into the mid-50s tomorrow night. Sunshine and 78 for the day on Sunday. Monday, June 1st, sunny and highs near 80. Should make a high of about 80 on Tuesday next week with partly cloudy sky. Then lower 80s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe middle 80s the following weekend. Overnight readings into the 50s. Next chance for rain next weekend as well. For Stephen Day Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
I'm Taylor Riggs, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Stock futures are higher. Crude oil prices are retreating. The Nasdaq and S&P 500 closed at records again yesterday. Costco Wholesale, known for holding up when other retailers see business cool, is predicting a mixed summer quarter. Its earnings for the spring were solid but missed estimates. Sales were up 6.6%. Membership jumped 10.5% from a year ago. Its members were shopping more online. American Eagle Outfitters says it's disappointed with the performance of its women's clothing. Sales declined in the recent quarter, though its Aerie brand saw a 25% increase in sales. The company says Aerie was helped in part because it said it would not use AI to airbrush images of models. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
My doctor said I could use something called a biosimilar. Then she told me what it is.
A biosimilar is a type of biologic medication. Just like brand name drugs have generic versions, original biologics can have biosimilars.
So I asked what the benefits are and if they work the same.
Biosimilars have the same safety, effectiveness, and quality as the original biologic. They also offer more medication options at potentially more competitive prices.
My doctor said I could learn more at fda.gov/biosimilars.
Looking for your new favorite hangout? Head to Route 45 Wayside in Pasodum. They're open 7 days a week with daily food specials that keep things fresh and affordable. And Sundays? It's Sunday Fun Day from 1 to 4 with live entertainment that brings the party to life. Don't miss their massive 8,000 square foot patio, perfect for kicking back with friends. Feeling competitive? Jump into their sand volleyball leagues this spring and summer. Co-ed teams, great vibes, and even better memories. Route 45 Wayside in Pasodum. Great food, live music, and fun all week long.
Hi, this is Richard of Freedom Fabrication and Millwrights.
And I'm Selena, the other half. When something breaks or needs built right, we know you don't have time to wait.
That's why we handle everything from on-site repair to full turnkey facility projects.
With over 150 years of combined industry experience behind every job.
We're also your local dealer for Chief Green System.
So you're getting equipment you can count on.
Give us a call at 217-574-5050.
Freedom Fabrication and Millwrights. Built on experience, powered by people.
Fighting Illini football season tickets are on sale now. After selling out season tickets last year, the Illini are gearing up for an even bigger 2026. Under head coach Brett Bielema, the Illini have stacked the most wins in back-to-back seasons in program history, and the momentum isn't slowing down. Season tickets start at just $16 per game. Be part of the action, the energy, and the Illini family. Don't wait. Get your 2026 Illinois football season tickets before they're sold out at fightingillini.com.
You know, with like Lands Inc., we specialize in, we've got an amazing HVAC department that takes care of your furnace, you know, your heat system, air conditioning, they do
pumps,
that.
yeah.
And for us in Underground, we take care of all your pipes that come into your home, leave your home, and work around your home to keep it dry, you know, your drainage system, sump pumps, things like that. And exactly what you said, if you don't know, you know, a couple decades ago, it was more like, oh, something broke, go fix it, repair it, no big deal. Well, now with the technology, we have cameras, like you said, that we can come in on these orange comfort clubs, and we can camera your sewer lines underneath your house and check them out just to make sure they're fine. If there's something wrong with it, we can show you right then. You know, truth is in seeing it. Yeah. We show it to you, and then you can plan as a homeowner for making those repairs or dealing with that issue later on. If it's an immediate need, at least you're not caught off surprise.
That sewer camera inspection with a proper clean out. I was just learning more at landsinc.com.
All righty, 824. Glad you're listening. Text lines are always available to you for your response or your thoughts. 217-359-2255.
We had a text from Kyle talking about the importance of staying in your lane in these construction zones and several $100s for a fine in case you're caught speeding.
Yeah,
we were talking earlier about the death of the construction worker and the guy going to, court and things like that.
Well, he dropped his phone, picked it up, and overcorrected and hit the man.
That's right.
It's just, and we have all done distracted driving.
Mm-hmm.
It's a level, how much are you doing? And I'm sure I do too much. So I've just got to, this is just something y'all have to listen to. And please, it's obviously ideal and better to have two hands on the wheel, like Johnny says he tries to do all the time. So,
well, yeah, especially because through the years I've also dropped something and trying to fish around.
I know.
Yep.
And wherever it is, you look up and you're not going quite as
That's
straight
right.
as you thought.
Well, plus, I mean, you also can't figure on who the other driver of the other lane is. They might be bad too.
Right.
And so if you goof a little, don't have full attention.
Yep.
It just takes a second, man.
I know
it's just a split second stuff. So saddened to hear it was a distraction issue for this man who died on that construction site yesterday.
Yes,
Or-
Wednesday.
Wednesday. It's Friday. Okay, ESPN 93.5. Again, we're at the end of the month. We got June coming up, whatever that means to you. Always busier for me around the first of the month in business and all that stuff. But it's what we've got. The 6th month, we're going to have a third grandchild in June, which we're pretty fired up. We don't know, still don't know boy or girl. We know that Allison is pretty big.
It is a boy or a girl.
It is a boy or girl. I'm in these political times, I absolutely 100% confirm that and agree with that.
Right.
And so
I remember doing that also and had yellow for the nursery and lots of Winnie the Pooh stuff, which was neutral and neutral themes.
Yeah.
So some people choose like a forest or farm or things that are just kind of gender neutral with their themes.
And we just want a wonderful child. We would be okay with a boy. We don't have a Cacciaturian per se.
Yeah, right.
And it's Nathaniel's, right?
Yeah.
So that would be
Yeah, right.
probably John Cacciaturian.
Oh, okay.
Well, we have a Christian John Ketchum.
Yeah, that's right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, no, it's exciting, and everybody that says everything about grandparenting, they're right.
Yes.
It's wonderful. And
I was at a Women's Business Council lunch yesterday and sitting next to Kelly, who's also a new grandma, and we were like, who's fastest on the draw with pulling out our phone and showing a picture of.
No, and I used to see people doing that roll my eyes.
I
Man,
know.
that's crazy. You should see me at the airport.
I know.
Yeah, where you going, Denver? Yeah, my girl. Yeah, oh, you should see that.
Yeah,
I've never seen it before in my life.
No,
and
I know.
They're going to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
They don't even say what. I gotta go.
no, it's absolutely true. You grab the phone and you show because they obviously are the cutest child anybody's ever seen.
There's no doubt.
And
Sonny boy.
honestly, I expected to change a few more diapers. I've changed one, and that was little Hallie, as in Hallelujah. And I was talking to her, and she's laying there, and I'm changing the diaper. I'm a little awkward here. I haven't done one. In fact, I looked at her and said, Hallie, I'm sorry, honey. I think the last diaper I changed was your mom, and timing was perfect. She big smile, like she understood.
Yes, mommy.
And it's just that I just hadn't done it in a while. And you lose. My first diaper I changed, I was babysitting for another radio friend. I'd never done anything like it. It was a 2-year-old girl. I changed her diaper, and she said 2 words: "Fall off."
Fall off.
Her diaper was about to fall off.
Oh, you didn't do it right.
Didn't quite do it right. I think it might have been safety pins back then.
I could be.
Yeah. Wow.
How
have we
did we do
progressed
it?
in time?
How did we do washing diapers? That was in the 50s.
Yeah.
When did disposable diapers come?
Well, no, people when I had the kids, what is that? 80s.
Yeah.
They were still. Should I buy the diapers or wash the diapers?
Well, I
What
see.
was
Okay.
cheaper? You know.
Okay, yes. Washing would have been cheaper.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. We tried. Somebody actually funded our effort to have cloth diapers, and it was not. They were wet, and every 20 minutes you couldn't.
It wasn't feasible.
No,
Triplets. That's because
it was,
you had triplets.
Too many at once for that.
That's
and
a
then
lot.
we went through 600 diapers a month.
Yeah.
So it was.
But I hear you're almost ready to pay that off. So that's good.
I never know. Somebody supplied us with formula for a year, and I to this day don't know. I think it was somebody from church.
It wasn't me.
Well, That's unusual.
That's great.
One of the greatest lines Johnny's ever had is when I said, "You're one of the smartest guys I've ever met." And without missing a beat, he said, "Well, that's a shame."
Well,
I see that the woman who, quote unquote, invented disposable diapers was a tired mom in 1946, Marion Donovan.
Well, it's a ways back.
I know. But they really didn't take hold until...
You can't make a recyclable diaper, probably.
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
Boy, that sounds bad.
Yeah, all right, back in a moment.
Craving something delicious and a place to kick back? Hit the road to Roadrunner Station in Camargo. They're serving up handmade wood-fired pizzas that are bursting with flavor in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Bring the whole crew, enjoy the bar, check out the gaming room, and make a night of it. And you've got to try their specialty pizzas, like the fully loaded Everything But the Tractor, or the sweet and savory Hawaiian Hitchhiker. Great pizza, great vibes, and great times at Roadrunner Station in Camargo.
I'm Taylor Riggs.
What is the convenience of travel worth to you? Fly Sierra and find out. No long drive to Chicago, no waking up early, no parking expense or overnight hotel stay. Use less gas and enjoy free parking with easy check-in and short security
Summer
lines
quarter,
at Sierra.
its earnings
When
for
you
the
get
spring
back,
were
you're
solid,
close to
but
home and unpacked before you know it. Book at Sierra.com today.
Sierra.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. Awaiting the big decision from President Trump whether to approve a 60-day ceasefire extension with Iran to come to terms on nuclear weapons in the Strait of Hormuz. The president tells Fox the considerations.
They cannot have a nuclear weapon. Most people agree with me on that. But then it gets maybe carried into, the next election, whether it's a midterm or not. So you have a very short window for doing anything having to do with war. But I don't view that window. I view it, I have to do what's right.
Progressive Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson had a Vatican visit with Chicago native Pope Leo, discussed Iran, Gaza, Cuba, slavery, says he prayed for the Pope's protection and safety. No word on protecting other Chicagoans from violent crime. And former Attorney General Pam Bondi appears behind closed doors for a House Oversight Committee grilling on the Epstein files. America's listening to Fox News.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Here's a look at local news. Well, road crew member who was hit and killed by a car on I-74 in Champaign being identified as the former chief of Tilton Police. Stephen Cornett died following the incident on I-74 near mile marker 180. Police investigating. Cornett served with the Tilton Police Department from 1984 to 2017. Senator Dick Durbin saying goodbye in Springfield ahead of his retirement. Illinois Democrat gave his farewell address to state lawmakers at the Illinois Capitol. He said he's still committed to the DREAM Act. He introduced the measure which would provide a legal path to citizenship for people who were brought to the U.S. as children. Illinois House passing a sweeping auto insurance reform plan aimed at tightening consumer protections. Bill would bar insurers from raising premiums by more than 10% without giving drivers a 30-day advance notice before renewal. It also directs the Illinois Department of Insurance to ensure rates are not excessive. And that's a look at what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Your roof is your home's best protection for the elements outside. And that's why Owens Corning Roofing is designed and tested for superior performance. Kramer is a platinum preferred contractor hand-selected by Owens Corning. So start today and get 10% off the best roofing from the best roofing professionals.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Looking for your new favorite hangout? Head to Route 45 Wayside in Pasodum. They're open 7 days a week with daily food specials that keep things fresh and affordable. And Sundays? It's Sunday Fun Day from 1 to 4 with live entertainment that brings the party to life. Don't miss their massive 8,000 square foot patio, perfect for kicking back with friends. Feeling competitive? Jump into their sand volleyball leagues this spring and summer. Co-ed teams, great vibes, and even better memories. Route 45 Wayside in Pasodum. Great food, live music, and fun all week long.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana, vicinity. Pleasant, late spring, early summer-like weather conditions going forward. Fortunately, no organized rainfalls to over the next 7 to 10 days for openers and probably beyond from that point. In any event, enjoy the sunshine, the gentle northeast to east breezes, and comfortable humidity levels in the coming days. No rain in the forecast through at least late next week. Sunshine, 82 for the day today with a northeasterly breeze at 6 to 12 miles per hour, bit gusty for the midday and afternoon. Increasing cloudiness 4 to 9, down to 57 for the day tomorrow. Partly sunny, a bit cooler northeasterly breeze and a high at 77. We'll level off near 55 for tomorrow night under a partly cloudy sky. Mostly sunny to round out the weekend. A Sunday high at 78 with a northeasterly breeze. Monday, no rain, sunshine. We'll be up near 80 there. Partly cloudy Tuesday next week. Highs up near 80. Back up to around 81 on Wednesday. 82 Thursday. 83 next Friday. Probably middle 80s next weekend. At that point, maybe a stray shower thunderstorm. Comfortable overnight lows in the 50s. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Yeah, 68 right now in Champaign-Urbana. We carry the Chicago Bears on radio, Q96.1. We'll have the Bears again after a wonderful season. They have a very tough schedule. They got to go to Seattle at night. That won't be easy.
I'll tell you what, most NFL teams have a very tough schedule.
You know,
it's
you look
just
at it.
Crazy, man. All of them.
Yeah.
Where's your easy one?
Yeah, right.
Damn.
The Chicago Bears, I guess they've got some critical moments going right now. Today
at the General Assembly.
Yeah, and you know it's bad when Pritzker starts unloading on the mayor, and the mayor comes back on him.
The mayor is just a terrible mayor, and so yeah, you need help from everybody. And one key guy is the mayor of the city where the team is.
But where's they haven't been talking for years in this Arlington spot, and down Soldier Field, I guess, is out. It's either Arlington.
Yeah, that's what gets me. What is wrong with Soldier Field? We just spent $400 million 20 years ago.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And it's going to take years to build a stadium.
It's a great spot.
I don't know.
There's probably all manner of reasons and why it'd be better ABC, but I hope it doesn't go to Indiana.
Well, that's right. It's either Arlington or Indiana is what I'm told.
Right.
So, I mean, what's the I have that T-shirt that Tim Onstott's son made. It says Indiana Bears.
Yes.
I'm wearing
We
that.
should wear that this weekend, Stevie. It says the Bears Stadium decision will be made by Sunday. And could affect the Bears' history.
How could you possibly? And for J.B. Pritzker, it's on your watch. You're losing this founding team in the NFL. The Staley Bears are leaving the state of Illinois. How dare you?
They may have to compromise with something like the Chicago Hoosiers. Good grief, that's tough.
I'm sure because the New York Giants, New York Jets play in New Jersey. So I'm sure they'll keep the Chicago Bears. But
San Francisco 49ers playing near San Jose, Santa Clara.
Right. It's not in San Francisco. Yeah. So there's plenty of examples. Dallas plays in Irving. The Dallas Cowboys aren't in there.
That's all true.
Yeah. So it's not highly unusual, but they lose the state. The money around that, the Bears, Hammond, Indiana, I don't think is a fantastic area. But they can develop it. But won't that take 3 or 4 years?
I don't know.
How fast they built the Superdome back in the day?
That was in the late
70s?
Right.
Yeah,
Wow.
60s and early 70s.
And there's nothing like the Superdome when it was built, was there?
No. Well, the Astrodome.
But this is big.
Yeah, you
Can't
can put the
fit
Astrodome inside. And by the way, the Saints are in New Orleans. New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, that's right.
Right
I
there.
wonder if you think about that. You go around, how many teams are in the city of...
Yeah, that's a good question.
I mean,
at this point.
San Francisco's not. The New York teams aren't. Carolina's
in Carolina. So that's good.
Charlotte, isn't it? Charlotte?
I don't know. And
Tennessee,
then you have Minnesota.
Tennessee Titans are in Nashville.
Yeah.
Minnesota's in
Tennessee,
Minneapolis. Tennessee Titans are.
It's going to be in the state.
But are there teams with city names like Chicago Bears? St. Louis?
Los Angeles, I don't think's in Los Angeles.
Right. New York Giants are in New Jersey.
Yeah, right.
All right.
And the Jets.
Oh, well, we'll see what happens with the Bears. We're going to carry them no matter what. And they should be good. Ben Johnson's a good football coach. They got a good coach. But probably the best coach since Ditka.
I tell you, they do have a good coach, and they've got a good team. So
with Ben Johnson, they
so
talk about Kevin Warren here and his recent declaration that options within the city limits are formally exhausted. The battle to build a $5 billion domed stadium
how do you get
has officially been boiled down to this 2-horse race.
Indiana or Illinois?
Right.
How dare you lose my Bears?
Well, we just had
Arlington Heights or,
Hammond, Indiana.
Oh, you know what? The dead narrative, it says here, is staying at Soldier Field and not
I gotta tell you,
relocating.
Stevie. Of course, I live in New Orleans, but I've got a lot of stuff in Illinois where I grew up, and all my taxes went up.
Yeah.
So get ready. If they're going to build a $5 billion stadium, they're going up again. Because I think the state's going to have to pitch in, and then the city will have to pitch in.
But isn't there tremendous value saying Chicago over and over and over again?
That's
tremendous value.
It's
just the legacy of it all.
Well, right now, what do you think the perception of Chicago is?
It needs a good Bears team. How about that?
Yes.
But I mean, my perception of it has not been as good.
It helps because that's a positive deal.
Right. That's
and
true.
that's the same with New Orleans. It really helped us to have some good years in football because it's a positive New Orleans reference versus some of the horrific references you do get. So.
Okay, that's the Bears talk. 8:40. Anyway, who are you going to blame? You got to blame the politicians, I guess, right? I mean, it's them that apparently haven't gotten the deal done.
Yeah, there's a lot to it.
I think Pritzker. This is kind of a sideways prediction. I think Pritzker's going to ask Donald Trump to make a deal. I do.
Interesting.
A deal.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
It's a very sarcastic comment. I'm just kidding. Of course, he would rather lose the state than ask Donald Trump for anything. So. All right, 8:40.
Looking for a warm, welcoming place to relax in Tuscola? Stop by Hometown Grounds, where great coffee and great company come together. They're proudly serving Mad Goat coffee, so you can enjoy a rich, delicious cup while catching up with friends. And if you've got kids, no problem. There's a special play area where they can have fun and you sit back and relax. Hometown Grounds is a gathering place for the whole community and perfect for meetings. Come see what everyone's talking about in Tuscola. Visit hometowngroundscoffee.com and plan your visit today.
This is the run my own business dream. This is the colleges paid for dream. This is the retire early dream. This is Busey, where your dreams and possibilities become moments through trusted guidance and expertise, through lifelong relationships. Because we're here to help you achieve the life you've always envisioned. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini.
Sarah Champagne managing partner Ben Quattrone on why integrity is important at Sarah.
We hire the person. The person makes the deal. The person makes the department. The person makes everyone around them treat people with courtesy and respect. If you have a quality human being, you can play any position, right? We're talking about sports. They can perform in any department, and I could teach someone a job, but I can't teach them to be a good person.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com.
You ever notice how 1 yard on the block just looks better? Since 1977, Spring Green has been the locally owned neighborhood lawn care, pest control, and tree care expert right here in Central Illinois. Not cookie-cutter treatments, real tailored care from professionals who live and work where you do. So your lawn, greener, your trees, healthier, your backyard, ready for everything spring throws at it? Visit spring-green.com and see what your yard's been missing. Spring Green, local, trusted, growing strong since 1977.
Hi, this is Damon Hackelman, owner of Clean Right in Champaign. Our certified and experienced technicians are ready with a 24/7 rapid response. We work alongside trusted expert partners to make the restoration process smooth and stress-free, guiding you every step of the way. Our goal is simple: to return your home or business to safe, clean, like-new condition as quickly and painlessly as possible. Learn more or request services anytime at cleanright.net.
Check your sports headlines, Diane.
I was just looking at this headline on Yahoo Sports that says NBA Playoffs 2026. One better is 2 San Antonio Spurs wins away from a $1.7 million payout.
So if you win your division championship and go to the finals, you make how much?
He placed a $2,500 four-leg parlay.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So
he has San Antonio to
yes.
win at OKC. I don't know.
That's right.
Well, I know that Wemby is a game changer. 7'4" guy that can play the point guard.
French guy.
French guy.
And he had like a 40-something point game in this playoff series. San Antonio on top yesterday, 118-91 over Oklahoma City Thunder.
Game 7 in Oklahoma. I don't know if you can beat them in their hometown.
Yeah.
Well, if you
Series
beat
tied
them
up at 3 apiece.
119-91, you can.
Well, they can. Will
Game
they?
7 at 7 tomorrow. So take
That ought to
note
be
of that.
a real good one. Then the Knicks look like they're unbeatable right now. So I don't know.
Uh-huh.
We'll see.
Where is their series? Are they
They're
already done?
Right, waiting.
Wow.
Waiting.
I hadn't updated you guys on the Chicago Cubs with the Illini night coming our way. We have defensive lineman Joe Barna that's going to do the first pitch.
Cool.
We'll have Brett Bielma and defensive back Matthew Bailey singing the 7th inning stretch, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And the Budweiser Brick House Tavern is where the 4 o'clock pregame party will take place. First pitch just after 7 on Tuesday, June 2nd from Wrigley as the Cubs face the Athletics. Of course, this weekend, it's all about the Cubs and the Cardinals. You'll hear the action here on ESPN 93.5 for the Cardinals, and the Cubs are over on US 105.9 with a 6:15 first pitch. Today, tomorrow, and Sunday, I believe, are all evening games. Cubs came out on top 7-2 yesterday over Pittsburgh, so their winning ways are 2 games in after that 10-game loss.
Yeah, here we go.
Yes. So Chicago White Sox win over Minnesota yesterday. That final was 6-2. We're learning more about the Illinois volleyball regular season with 17 Big Ten games. Some of the ones we're taking note of in September when the Big Ten season starts is Minnesota on September 24th and USC on September 26th. The regular season starts with Cincinnati on August 28th, 13 games in Huff Hall. And Coach Shauna Green increases her roster with Ona Rina Petra out of Barcelona, Spain, and she's been playing in New Jersey also. She's a 6-foot guard, so we'll take note of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we got a 6'4" Croatian woman, too.
And, of course, the IHSA playoffs continue with a lot of local teams still in it with softball and baseball. So for us, it's Go Rockets. I know Central has some teams still in it also.
I saw on the social medias from a guy that I've heard of very prominently doing Illinois basketball stuff, saying we got another basketball for the guys. Can you search that and just say,
okay.
Did Illinois get another basketball recruit? He's supposed to be a 6'6" guard. We already have Quentin Coleman?
Yes.
Well, this guy's name's Quentin, too. That's not possible. I think we're all loaded up. If you're a freshman coming in, I don't know if you're going to play much.
I got a trivial comment. 63 years to the minute after Kennedy was shot in Dallas, the Saints will kick off to the Bears in Soldier Field this year.
November 22nd?
That's right, noon.
Wow.
Illinois men's basketball added Wisconsin's Mr. Basketball Xavier Zenz to their 2026 class.
This guy's Quentin somebody. So it'd be somebody.
Oh, yeah, you were
right.
talking about that.
Okay, this was April 17th. You're right.
No, that guy's. Listen, all these freshmen coming in, great, but I don't know how much you're going to play.
Well, you only have to play 5 at a time, but Coach does a pretty good job.
Well, Keaton Wagler wasn't going to play. So
right. Hey, if you can work your way in, Steve.
No, that's right. You put the ball in the basket and Coach likes the right decisions. You know, he said Keaton made the right decisions. He saw Keaton the night after he scored 35 points. In the next game that Brad saw, he scored 2. And he was more excited because he made all the right calls.
Oh, okay.
Where the ball goes.
Maybe it's class of 2027 guard Caden Daughtry.
Not the guy.
One of the new names.
Social media, you got to fact check stuff. I have no idea who the guy was, and I don't know. So you just got to.
Not helpful.
We had 2 days ago.
All I'm seeing is a lot of Andrei Stojakovic.
Yeah, right.
Back.
Andrei Stojakovic. That news supposedly came out the day before it really did, but the guy that posted it had 35 followers, so that's a tip.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Not the same. So,
well, he picked up a few more with that.
Well, maybe he was right.
But here's something on Quentin Coleman being added to the USA men's basketball U18 national team, and that's playing in Mexico in June.
Freakiest thing is Quentin Coleman, who's a 5-star basketball recruit, looks like Keaton Wagler.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay,
he's 6'4". He's 2 inches shorter than Keaton Wagler.
Is that our guy?
Yeah, and he's so athletic. He flies and dunks. Well, and he looks like he's a terrific.
So what's your problem?
Nothing. Have you been to Pards in Urbana? Well, you need to go to Pards in Urbana. Here's what people are saying. Great customer service, friendly staff. They treat you like family. I love Pards. I was very impressed. Great service. Very neat store. I was greeted and asked if they could help me. That's why you should go. Check them out. It's Pards in Urbana. They're between University and Maine. It's on Maple. Pards in Urbana, or visit pards.com. Pards.com.
When you're stuck on the road, you need help you can trust. Fast. That's where T-Pro Towing and Roadside Repair comes in. From light duty to heavy duty towing, they've got you covered 24 hours a day. With their state-of-the-art facilities, 3Cs, a division of T-Pro Towing, can repair semis to passenger cars at their Camargo facility. Service across central Illinois, including Urbana, Tuscola, and Camargo. Save their number now, 217-253-3450. That's T-Pro Towing and 3Cs. Ready when you need them, anytime, anywhere.
Illini fans know when you want the best, you get Jets. Order a large one-topping Detroit-style pizza for just $16.99 when you use promo code LJETS. Or up your game with a large combo for the whole family. Get a large one-topping Detroit-style pizza, your choice of bread and dipping sauce, and a 2-liter Coca-Cola product for just $26.49. Use promo code COMBO and follow Jet Pizza Champagne on Facebook and Instagram. It's not pizza, it's Jets.
Look at everyone. Let's check weather. For Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, vicinity. Delightful late May, early June weather on tap over the next 5 to 10 days. Not much going on, unfortunately, in the rainfall department. Abnormally dry environs building across the north and end of the state now. Northwest Indiana, southern Wisconsin, and points to the west and north from there. We'll see if that becomes a trickle-down effect around here in the coming days, the next couple of weeks. In any event, enjoy the sunshine, the northeast to east breezes, and 82 for your Friday afternoon. Increasing clouds tonight, 57. Bit cooler for the weekend, but temperatures on target for the time of year for late May, early June. Partly sunny, 77 for the day tomorrow with a northeast wind into the mid-50s tomorrow night. Sunshine and 78 for the day on Sunday. Monday, June 1st, sunny and highs near 80. Should make a high of about 80 on Tuesday next week with partly cloudy sky. Then lower 80s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Maybe middle 80s the following weekend. Overnight readings into the 50s. Next chance for rain next weekend as well. For Stephen Day Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
When sewer or septic trouble hits, visit Berg Sewer and Septic. Family owned and proudly serving Central Illinois, Berg specializes in sewer repair, septic service, water line repairs, sump pumps, and drainage solutions. They don't upsell, they solve the problem right the first time. From backups to breakdowns, count on Central Illinois' most trusted septic service. Berg Sewer and Septic. Dependable, honest, local. Get a second opinion you can trust. Visit bergtanksinc.com. There's a new way to stay connected with the Urbana Park District. Just send a text. Got a question or a comment? Text us and we'll reply within 1 business day. And now you can follow your interest. Sign up for text alerts about programs, events, and weather updates. Choose as many interests as you'd like. It's quick and easy. Just visit urbanaparks.org and tap Text Us or follow your interest. Urbana Park District. You belong here.
What is most important in your life? This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. If you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Sarah Champagne Managing Partner Ben Quattrone.
We're always looking for people. You can go online and apply on our website. We never know what we're going to need. We're always expanding. We're always building more and growing our business. If we don't need a person and they come along and we find out that they're an eagle, they're a star, we'll hire them. We'll put them somewhere and wait for the spot we're going to have them working.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com.
Actually, I called a provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians, I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com.
That's a good one, Butch. Butch217 texter said if the Bears move to Indiana, it will somehow be Donald Trump's fault. Yeah, it might be right.
He said Republicans' fault.
Well, it'd be Trump.
Well,
They'll say
I guess that's kind
Trump
of
hadn't
synonymous.
put the ICE agents near us. That wouldn't have happened this way.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm sure Brandon Johnson will come up with something along those lines. But
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
I think we'll be all right on the Bears.
I
They'll
think
do
they got to
something.
go Arlington. They
Yeah.
go to Arlington. How far is Arlington from Chicago?
I don't know.
How far is Arlington
Diane?
from Chicago? We just have to
Sorry,
look
I'm
at.
having some problems.
Someone could text us that one.
I don't know.
because-
I mean, would it be a half an hour, 45-minute difference? I'm from Champaign. If I go to a Bears game, what am I driving? Because Lakeshore Drive, you go early. It's probably 2 hours and 15 minutes. But
Okay.
it's way at the south side.
39 minutes.
From which ways? North,
From
south?
Soldier Field to Arlington.
40 minutes. So for Arlington, Champaign, Arlington, I would guess that's going to be longer than Champaign.
They said it's a
Lakeshore.
30-minute ride on the train, which is only $6
Okay.
Well, actually,
for Chicagoans.
Arlington.
Okay. All right. We got to wrap it. Johnny, thanks for being in this week.
Actually, it's easier to get to Arlington than Chicago. So
Okay, then.
2 hours and 9 minutes.
Really?
Let's go. Come
Let's
on,
go.
Arlington.
Come on, Arlington.
It's southwest of Chicago.
Okay, we'll take it. Johnny, thank you for being in this week.
Yeah, have a good
Great
weekend.
to see you.
Well, thanks a lot, and I think things are going very well right here in Central Illinois Center of the University, and I'm proud to be here and from Philo, Illinois.
That's right.
And the general outlying region.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's right. Thanks, Johnny. Thank
Enjoy
you,
your
Diane.
weekend.
I'm Stevie J. Thanks for listening. Have a blessed weekend.
Shop Urbana's Market at the Square, going on now through the end of October, 7 a.m. to noon, rain or shine, at Illinois and Vine. A vibrant market connecting community with local food growers and producers, strengthening our local food economy and providing access to local artisans, serving the community at a gathering place at Illinois and Vine. Such a great variety of fresh, healthy, local, high-quality foods. Shop Urbana's Market at the Square. To learn more, visit urbanamarket.org.
Hey golf cart shoppers, tired of the same old golf cart shopping experience? Come over to Midwest Carts in Tuscola, Illinois, where customers rave about unbeatable pricing, massive selection, and full service done right. As the largest Denago golf cart dealer in Illinois, they've got premium new models plus 20 to 30 quality used carts ready to roll at any time. And the best part? Free delivery on new carts anywhere in Illinois or Indiana. Midwest Carts, Tuscola, Illinois. Find them at mwcarts.com. Looking for bold flavor and a good time just down the road? Head to Smoke and Shine Moonshine Bar and Grill on Route 45 in Tolono, where the food is slow smoked and the fun comes easy. Sink your teeth into tender brisket, juicy pulled pork, mouth-watering wings, and smash burgers done right. And don't miss what locals call the best patty melt around. Pair it all with one of their 28 flavors of moonshine. Happy hours from 3 to 5 and catch live music every Saturday night. For more updates and their full menu, like Smoke and Shine on Facebook.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. There's no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help you improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
HOME, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end.
We don't have any HOMEs on record.
Your Erie agent in Champaign is Thomas & Ellers Insurance. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
When you're stuck on the road, you need help you can trust. Fast. That's where T-Pro Towing and Roadside Repair comes in. From light duty to heavy duty towing, they've got you covered 24 hours a day. With their state-of-the-art facilities, 3Cs, a division of T-Pro Towing, can repair semis to passenger cars at their Camargo facility. Service across central Illinois, including Urbana, Tuscola, and Camargo. Save their number now, 217-253-3450. That's T-Pro Towing and 3Cs. Ready when you need them, anytime, anywhere.
Fighting Illini football season tickets are on sale now. After selling out season tickets last year, the Illini are gearing up for an even bigger 2026. Under head coach Brett Bielema, the Illini have stacked the most wins in back-to-back seasons in program history, and the momentum isn't slowing down. Season tickets start at just $16 per game. Be part of the action, the energy, and the Illini family. Don't wait. Get your 2026 Illinois football season tickets before they're sold out at fightingillini.com.
Clean Right's Duct Cleaning Services offers Champaign-Urbana residents a way to clean the hard-to-reach ducts without any damage. Air ducts in your home are one of the reasons why your carpets, shelves, and counters get dusty within a few weeks. They become caked with the same dust and debris that you vacuum and have cleaned from your carpets and tile floors. For all your duct cleaning needs, we're there when you need us. Our experienced service technicians will provide you with not only a quick response, but also honest answers and advice. For water, fire, smoke, or mold restoration, we're there when you need us.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands from Lands Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now at Lands, it's a great time to buy a new Trane heating and cooling system. We are offering special financing or up to $1,500 off any qualifying Trane system. At Lands, we know what it takes to deliver exceptional comfort, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you are thinking of a new comfort system, now is the time to buy. And remember, it's hard to stop a Trane. I'm Troy Lands, and you can count on my company because you can count on me.
You're listening to WSJK ESP.